Today I was probed in the uterus by a stranger. Welcome back to my life, where a lot of weird things happen, and I disappear for a bit, then I come back looking like a different person. It's fun around here. So, the reason why I was poked isn't because of fun purposes. It was for purposes of the health. Yes, folks, it's time for the yearly transvaginal ultrasound. And if you know anything about that, you wish you knew less about it. Just like I did once upon a time. But the truth of the matter is, you can be hot, you can be fit, you can be attractive, young, stylish, you can be all of those things and still have chronic pain and illness. I have a story to tell. It's the story of this thing I now call the hole of death, and I need to make a PSA for this because just in case someone else is around and is watching this and goes to hospitals frequently, not for fun, let's just say I ventured out a little bit, more than I should. It all started this morning when I got up, went to the car, drove there to the hospital. Since I had to do blood work as well, I figured 2 in 1, let's go. Let's just consume lots of liquids and not eat anything, except I only had to fast for about 8 hours. I fasted for 12. Mistake number 1. Mistake number 2. I have this problem now that I'm driving where I get incredibly cocky. Let's just be for real. I'm kind of always cocky. But in this particular situation, I was like, Google Maps, I don't need her. Google Maps, that's for Dora. This is not a Dora type beat over here, okay? I know the haircut always, the comments, yes, I've gotten it. I've gotten it before. It's better than Caillou. I don't need Google Maps. I can do this on my own. And instead, I ended up on the side streets. And not just any side streets where there were leaf blowers. There is no such thing as a chill leaf blower. I've never seen a chill leaf blower in my life. They seem to have a bit of a war against cars. I don't know why that is, but I've observed it, okay? And you can't tell me I'm wrong because I have a case study. It's short. I'll get to my main other mistakes, okay? But this entire video is just full of PSAs. So PSA, don't go anywhere near those leaf blower people. I went to a restaurant and there was a leaf blower in the parking lot right next to where we parked. So the driver tries to be polite about this and is like, hey, we're gonna start leaving. You wanna maybe blow your leaves somewhere else? Which, okay, that sounds... The leaf blower person was like, no, that leaf blower was not gonna go along with this. Instead, leaf blower decides to blow directly at the car. The driver walks out, whips out the stern voice and says, hey, no, please just let me go. And this leaf blower, I'm not making this up, the leaf blower did not respect those requests. And instead, we had to pull out of the driveway with this leaf blower person blowing the leaf blower. There's no leaves anymore. The leaves are gone. Just blowing it at us. I'm going to stop saying the word blowing now. Not only was there a leaf blower person kind of just hanging around in the middle of the road, a lot of the time, I don't really see them blowing leaves. They're kind of just blowing things. Nope, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of this. The moral of the story here, leaf blowers, don't trust them. Birds. This side street was filled with birds. Leaf blower, birds, not a good combo. So that's mistake number 4 or 3. I don't really know what we're on, but I get there. Prepared for the procedure. I'll skip that part for everyone's sanity, including mine, because, okay, it's not that scary. If you have to get it done, please do it. Your life is not worth avoiding pain. Bam! Put that in a poster. I don't look forward to it, that's for sure. But I survived. Whoa! Hey. You wanna go sniff some birds? I don't know who that was. I don't associate with whoever that was. I don't sniff birds. I don't know. I go to do the blood test. Another place where I get to get probed in another area, and this time I lose blood while it happens. Yay! Today, a man with thick earrings sucked my blood for medical purposes. But before that happened, this is where the main part of the story comes in. The main mistake, number big one, is that I see the map. Map says, go right to do the blood. The colors are there. To the left is just gray. Gray, I don't know why. I found out why. But let's not get there, because thing is, it says you are here in the middle. I see the fact that I have to go right, and I think, yep, got it. Don't need any more directions. Read the map, done. And then I go left into the gray. And as I'm walking further to that gray area, I see why it's gray. Because one, there's not many people there. And two, there's a lot of warnings. Warnings that I was unsure of. Warnings I've never seen before. And then at the end of this long gray hallway kind of looking place, there is a figure, a human figure. And I can't really see what it is. It's like a stick figure, like a little drawing map of like a human. And I'm like, oh, that's where you get the blood draw. I don't know why that made sense in my head. I saw it from afar. I said, yeah, that makes sense. Because person, weird things happening, yeah, that's labs. It was not labs. I get closer, and I think the one thing that got a bit unsettling is just how empty it was, and also the fact that there was a pothole, but not just any pothole, a pothole that said permit required, do not enter. Why? Do hospitals have underground tunnels just like Disney does? I really don't know. But what I do know is that there was a big hole. A big hole on the wall. And the hole intrigued me, and I noticed that there was no doors. In fact, it looked like the doors were sealed from the inside, if there was any door shape around, and that figure was next to the hole. Then I realized, I looked at the sign beside me. It says, do not come within 25 feet of this area without protective gear. The Vine Boom plays in my head. What is this all about? I look at the person, the figure, the stick figure. I see all the things that are happening to it are all the things you should be wearing to be in that area. And that hole, the reason why you had to have protective gear near this hole, at any moment's notice, it may release hazardous gases. I've never seen a hole like that in my life. And I've seen quite a few. I've seen sinks that did not look that terrifying once I realized what it was. It's interesting when you start realizing how much in danger you are, because then you start noticing all the other factors that show that you're in danger. And there's just warning signs everywhere. And things saying like, don't come near here, wear this, face mask, goggles, hazmats, am I right? Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is that was the big mistake, is don't venture out in the hospitals because you don't know where you're gonna end up. There's no hole in this world more fitting for the title Hole of Death than that one. I looked at the map, I realized right means right, and I went there and I got it done. After all of this, I got noodles at a place where I'm like, I know you guys aren't going to exist very long because you're just not that good, which gives me more incentive to want to go there more, because I know I'm never going to get it the same ever again. And after that, I went to school, had an awesome day. The day was great despite whatever the heck that was. Maybe meeting the Hole of Death really brought out what is the opposite of a hole? Because I was going to say, whatever the opposite of the hole is of death, it brought me the opposite of the whole of life. Really fun going to a hospital and like leaving and just doing your rest of the daily activities, because it just feels so much more. I feel like Superman in a way. Oh my gosh, my hand looks like Superman in a way. It keeps doing that. It's so cool, but then I can't get it back. It's like such an ability. Whoa. Where'd it go? Hi. Ah. Okay, so anyway, it feels really cool because it's like no one knows what I went through. No one knows what a stranger did to me today. Willingly, consensually, we all did it. I did it. They did it. We knew what we were doing when we got into this. That's a person's job. Take from my story, from my experiences, and avoid that hole. Avoid leaf blowers. Leaf blowers! They also have holes. Very scary ones. Very aggressive ones. Health is important, and that's the main takeaway for here. And now, I don't deal with this alone, because now, you know. You have a leaf blower, but it doesn't blow leaves. It blows life away.